With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's 2nd and 3. Heading straight, it's Pacheco.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. A gain of 15. And a first down, Chiefs.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide.
They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go. But sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Hey, 43. Attack!
Look at this, a tight end carry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks, nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start. The 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Check mash. Come on, come on.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Street. Here we go. Set.
Right back to Achane on second down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Olave, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Seahawks 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
70 Timberwolves.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Seahawks have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win.
And got his man complete. Touchdown. Rondale Moore, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. He'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's been the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Pacheco once again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8.
21. Seahawks 13. Harrison Butker to kick off 14-6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ready?
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's George Karlaftis Davis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
It's fourth down.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on fourth down to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That's returnable now for Smith. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
First down, Kansas City.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Butker's kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go, here we go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Powering his way forward. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First down, Chiefs.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man right side, Myers. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes going to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday. Hey, 57 colors.
Mahomes to throw once more. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give left side, here's Achane. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
7-yard gain. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Big Lion. Let's go.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's caught offside by the tight end Gray. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Chiefs 34, Seahawks 13. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charlie. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return will stop right around the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL
on EA Sports.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Well, they go with a tight end carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Smith.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So they were stuffed on first down, stuffed again on second.
And normally you throw the ball on 2nd down on play action. So here on 3rd down, I'm going to my team and saying, let's line up and let's go out and get it. I get my best running play called, and I go after him one more time.
Yellow.
Smith once more. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
3-yard pickup.
And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On second down, here's Smith again.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8.
Here comes third and about a foot. On the handoff, here's Lewis running right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go now.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Throw caught by Ochan.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They set up the screen. Ochan has it.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
So a tough situation to overcome here. Third and 17. He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score. Chiefs 44. Seahawks 20. Michael Dixon to kick off for
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Kansas City, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon.